Hi, everybody. Welcome to my show, Angel Guidance by Lisa. My name is Lisa, and I am a psychic. I'm a medium. I'm a master healer. I give Reiki, and I'm just so excited to be here. You can find me on Facebook at Angel Guidance, Pure Love Energy, or Instagram, Angel Guidance by Lisa. So I just was wanting to thank everyone last week who came by my Facebook page. I wanted to thank you so much for showing up and honoring me by clicking like on my page. I hope you all come back. Today, I wanted to speak with you a little bit about getting your guidance groove on. And that sounds a little interesting. Guidance, for me, is something that's very natural. It's like just something that flows. And so I would invite you to go with the concept of what flow is, what flow means to you. So flow for me is just sort of moving through life, feeling very grounded, feeling rooted, feeling like everything around me is clicking like this. And I know when I'm connected to my guidance that I feel that flow. And this flow is something that's very powerful, and it comes from our higher self. Our higher self is the source of our intuitive hits. Our higher self never means us harm. Our higher self is a beautiful oversoul that helps us move through life, and we can connect with it at any time. Some people, though, don't realize that they have this connection. It's always there, but it's kind of hidden for a lot of folks. So I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about getting your guidance groove on and connecting with your higher self. So I just want to share, everyone has psychic abilities, and it's so much fun to live in a psychic world. And I want you to understand that it's not meant for certain people. It's meant for everyone, because we came into this earth with these abilities. It's like our inner GPS system. GPS is where you get in your car and you set the address in and you start driving and you're listening to what it's saying and you're following it and you're really not questioning it because you know it's going to take you where you need to go. That's what your inner guidance system is going to do for you. Your inner guidance system is amazing. It's going to help you get through life, meetings, relationships, situations, circumstances with ease and flow. So your inner guidance system is something that's been around through all humankind. It goes all the way back to ancient man, when those folks back then had to survive on their inner knowledge to really understand how to move through their world without getting injured or harmed or killed. So your inner guidance system is a latent ability that comes out in people as they move through life. Sometimes circumstances bring out your inner guidance system. Traumatic events might bring out your inner guidance system. Some people are born with their lights on, meaning they already come into the world kind of aware that there's other things around us than what we see. So what you want to do to connect with your inner guidance system is to quiet your mind. And that's one way to start. Because when you quiet your mind, this left side of the brain that likes to chatter and tell us what to do and stay on schedule and give structure to our world calms down. And the right side of our brain begins to open up and blossom and be aware of all these things around us, like signs and symbols and synchronicities and these things that look like coincidences, but they're really not, because I don't believe in coincidences, because we're always guided. And who are we guided by? Well, I just said our higher self, but we also have other help. We have help in the form of angels. Angels are always around us. Angels come into our lives with us, and they move through our lives to help us. We have to ask them for help. Sometimes they will step in case of emergency. If we're really in trouble, our guardian angel will step in for us. Other guidance may come from our loved ones in spirit, because they are only a thought away. They are always with us, and they want to have the best work out for us at all times. They can't change our future. That's up to us, but they will be there if you need to talk to them. Our guides are with us as well as we move through life. Our guides are beings of light, and they come to us and try to teach us things. They like to come to us in our dreams. They like to teach us lessons while we sleep because we're very receptive then. And we don't have this resistance put up where we don't want to hear something because it doesn't make sense in the physical world. But when we sleep, our guides will come in and teach us things about ourselves, help us work through things that we've gone through that day or that week or that month or even that year. They really do appear. And so pay attention to your dreams because that's where psychic information comes in as well. One other way that you're going to be able to quiet your mind is to sit in awareness. Just sit with your feet flat on the floor. Put your hands on your lap and close your eyes. And just breathe in and count to 5. And breathe out and count to 5. And do that for 5 minutes. 5, 5, and 5. It's really easy. I'm not asking you to sit in meditation for a half hour and chant and try to think of nothing. That does work for a lot of people. But if you're just starting out, it can be just as simple as sitting for 5 minutes, breathing in for 5, breathing out for 5. If these thoughts of responsibilities, like the list for the grocery store, pop in, just tell that thought, okay, thank you. You can go on now. I'll get back with you later. You have control over your thoughts, so please be aware. You can sit in awareness for 5 minutes. That will also help you bring your breathing rate down, your blood pressure down. You'll feel relaxed, you'll feel better. So as you sit in awareness, you might notice things start to pop in, like little symbols or bits of information that really don't have to do with your real world. That's okay. Take a note of that mentally and go back to breathing. You will find the more you sit in awareness and allow your mind to relax and open, you will start to discover your guidance system is talking to you. So another way that you can also get into the groove of your guidance is to affirm gratitude. Now that sounds odd, right? You want to be thankful for something. Well, it's not really too odd. When you affirm that you're grateful, that shifts your frequency, that shifts your vibration so that you can allow and receive all the good to come to you. You can allow and receive your higher guidance to come to you. And you know what? That's when we are most connected with life. That's when life begins to flow. So be grateful. In fact, I have a little exercise for you. Over the next 21 days, I want you to think of 3 things that you're grateful for every day. And I want you to make them different things every day. And what this is going to do for you is it's going to actually rewire your brain after 21 days to start looking for things that help you feel grateful. It's going to do it automatically for you. Now, I'm not just coming up with this. This was a Harvard study. So this is something that you could even Google and look into. It's a really valuable tool to shift your frequency into your higher guidance. So another thing you can do is to imagine vividly. And this is something that works with your third eye. Your third eye is a chakra, and it's kind of in the center of your head between your forehead, your eyebrows in the head. So the third eye chakra is about imagining. It's about seeing clearly the future you want. It's also about clairvoyance, which is the gift of clear seeing. So what you want to do is imagine you have a paint bucket and a brush. And on the first dip in the brush, imagine that you're dipping into red and you're painting this red color across the screen of your mind. So all of it's red. And then just sit and be with that color red. And I want you to do that for every single color of the rainbow. So start with red. And then the next time you dip your brush in the paint bucket, you're going to pull out the color orange. And you're going to paint that over the screen of your mind. And that whole screen is going to be awash with the color orange. And try to feel the color orange. Try to see it. try to connect with it on all levels. And as you do it through all the colors of the rainbow, you're strengthening your third eye, so you'll be able to see your psychic visions more clearly. Another thing you want to do to get your guidance groove on is to trust your hits. So when you go to the grocery store and you're looking for something and they've rearranged the store and you don't know where it is, instead of asking for help right away, see if your intuition can guide you to where that item might be. I'll bet you will be surprised that you will find that item more clearly if you allow the feeling of where it would be. Is it left? Is it right? Is it ahead? Is it behind you? Is it above you on a shelf? Is it below you? Allow your intuition to guide you. The more you do this, the more you strengthen that intuition muscle. So the other thing you want to do is ground yourself. And grounding means that you literally could walk on the earth barefoot, and that would ground you. The reason you want to do this is because we are electromagnetic beings, meaning we have all kinds of electricity and sparks going off in our body systems. And we want that electricity to go into the earth so we are firmly rooted in the earth. And we can float sky high with our intuition to see what's up here in the other worlds. So grounding yourself is really important. You can take a walk in nature, that will ground you. You can sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor, back straight, and feel roots growing from the base of your spine all the way down your legs, out the bottoms of your feet, and go deep into the earth. That will ground you as well. So that is an amazing way to help improve your guidance. Another thing you want to do is just connect with your higher self. You can talk to your higher self. You can send your higher self love and light and healing. It's very simple. You just close your eyes and say, higher self, thank you so much for your guidance. I really appreciate your insight. Thank you for helping me throughout my day. And really, finally, the last thing you want to do is believe you can. Believe you can connect with your higher guidance. So do this with me now. Place your right hand over your heart. Place your left hand over your right hand and take a deep breath in. And exhale and breathe again. And you're feeling your soul expand within your body. And believe with all your heart that your intuition is accurate, that you are affirming that you too can get your higher guidance groove on. So those are the 10 steps to improving your guidance. Take those steps, use them every day if you can, and move through life feeling more connected and more tuned in to all of the information that's around you. And it's all in the form of energy. It's very simple to do. Once you trust yourself, once you believe that this is working for you, your guides will start to give you more signs and symbols. I have an interesting story that happened to me. When I was starting to develop my intuition and really recognize it for what it was, I would go for walks in nature. I would take a walk and start to move in through the neighborhood and see the same things every day, really. It was the same walk. In fact, I still take the same walk. So what would happen is I would listen to music, and that music I would be listening to would have words. It was kind of pop music. And I started noticing something odd. This music that I was hearing was starting to show itself in the physical realm. In other words, if I would hear the word tree in a song, I would see a tree in real life. But even more specifically, if I would hear a number or a name, I would start to see those in real life, like on license plates, on billboards, on street signs. And so this didn't happen just once or twice. this happened over and over and over again with different music and in different circumstances. So that's an example of clairvoyance. That's an example of clear seeing in your outer physical world, something that's in your inner world. There is a big connection and a significant connection between what you think and what comes out in your outer world. That's why I'm such a big believer in mindset practices and sending energy with your thoughts for the highest good of all. And so you want to see so you can see what you want in life. That's my suggestions for getting in tune with your higher guidance. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer at Pure Love Energy on Facebook. Thanks so much. And I think we have a caller, and it would be Deborah. Deborah, are you there?
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good today. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thanks so much. Deborah, what are you, what can I help you with today?
You can help me, please, with finances, and actually, I'm trying to make a move into a new home, and we seem to be blocked at the moment. I am a believer. I do practice. I use energy. I do energy work. And I do believe when the door's closed to leave them closed. But I'm just wondering if you see this move to what I would consider our forever home, our last move.
Would you repeat the very last statement you just said, please?
Sure. So I'm hoping that maybe you could tell me if you actually see this move coming into a new home that will be our forever home.
Okay, so let me think about this for a second. I'm going to just draw a card as well and see what Spirit has to say. Okay, so one of the messages is to organize your thoughts, your anything financial, and anything having to do with this whole process. So am I feeling like, is there a lot of chaos going on right now, or is there more organization?
Yes, chaos and trying to organize everything together.
Yeah, right. So what I want you to do is to be sure that your thoughts become organized as well. That will help manifest outwardly what you want, which is the home, your forever home. So organizing for success, meaning you're going to take every little bit you can in your outer world and try to organize it. Even paperwork, yes, I understand about buying a home. It's a lot of work, and there's a lot of details to sort through. So you want to organize all of those details in a certain place. Right now, what I feel with you is your energy is very scattered in all directions, and it's not being allowed to channel into what you want as your outcome. So take those details for the home loan part of it, or whatever those processes are, and get those organized. Create a space for them. Create almost like an egg, like a birthing basket is what I'm hearing, like a place where that's just where it is, and you know that's where it will always be. So you don't have to run. I'm feeling like there's a lot of running around and trying to put things together at the last minute. Is that true?
Yes, there's been a lot of things that have just been happening suddenly. That I feel like we're on high alert, but we're just not going anywhere.
Okay, so has there been something in the past that has not come through for you in regards to purchasing a home, or in this whole process? Has there been past disappointment in this? Has something fallen through? Okay, so I feel like the energy around that is what's preventing progress forward with you. And also, it's important to get your family on board with this as well. I don't know if they believe like you believe, but I do feel like they need to you need to come together as a cohesive group, and you need to even pray about this together. And I'm not telling you who to pray to or what. I'm just saying, come together with like mind. I don't know if you've heard that when two or more are gathered in my name, meaning in the Bible, when we come together as a group, we have more power with our energy. We have more power with our manifestation. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, and we pray a lot. We do pray a lot. There's a lot of fear around this because of past losses. So I think that might be part of the problem. I know there's a home there. I know there is a move. It's just overcoming, I believe, the past losses.
Yes.
And being able to move forward.
Right. So what I'd like you to do as well with this, because I see the home is there for you. Look, if it's in your mind, if this is created in your mind, and I don't know if you can visualize what your perfect home would be, but I want you to be doing that as well. I want you to cut the cords of energy that go to the past that relate to these things that did not work out. Do you know how to cut cords, Deborah?
Yes, I will cut cords with Archangel Michael. I will do that.
Good, good. Thank you. Yes. You want to do that, and you want to do that for yourself. And I would even, so you do it for yourself, you do it for your family unit, and you can even do that without them being there. You can visualize cord cutting as your family unit as well. And you might even do this for, I'm seeing all the financial paperwork and everything, because you've put all this energy into it, like I'm filling out and putting commitments down and signing. That's all your energy, and that's the old energy. I want you to take this, these paperwork and all these things that are building this process, and I want you to honor that, bless that, and cut the cords around that as well, and tie that to any past circumstances, patterns, or conditions that do not serve your goal, purpose, your vision. Does that make sense?
Yes, because my dream home is actually an animal sanctuary and a healing sanctuary. And this is what my soul purpose is here, and I know it's here. I just have the fear-based energy around me, and that's what I know is the purpose.
Right, right. I'm also feeling that there's something to do with donations or charitable work, or some connection there where you may have an opportunity to either receive that or work with someone with that. Is that a possibility?
Not that I'm aware of at the time, but right now, but I'm sure that if that's what it is, it would present itself to me. Yeah, I'm very big into volunteering and all kinds of stuff like that.
Okay. Have you set up a non-for-profit?
No,
for
I
the
have not.
sanctuary? Okay. You might explore what that's going to look like. I know that sounds like a lot because of what you're going through, but it may help shift the energy as well. I have set up a non-for-profit for an animal organization too. I'm an animal advocate. So I understand that that takes on a life of its own as well. And through that, you may also receive ability to receive funding for this project as well. So the burden will not be completely on you. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Look into that. I know there's some free resources to setting up nonprofits. You and you may actually know someone who could assist you with that. I feel like you may know someone who could help you with that as well.
Do
you know someone?
Yeah, I do. I do actually.
Okay. Talk to them and see, say, look, this is what I'm doing. These are my goals. The more we can share with others, the more opportunities we have for abundance to flow to us, because we're giving the universe more channels to allow that. I'm just going to draw one more card here and see what this says. Okay, so the card is be yourself, all right? It feels like you're struggling to be someone else, It's for these people you're trying to prove something to, the loan people, the house, whatever the process is. I want you to bring yourself back to your heart. I want you to pull all the power that you put out there and given away. I want you to bring it all back to your heart. And it's going to help you fuel yourself to move forward with this in the right direction. So whatever power is that you've given away, I want you to just flick a switch in your mind and feel it all coming back to you. Okay. You know, I'm going to have to wrap this up a little bit. If you'd like to message me on Facebook at Pure Love Energy, I'm happy to follow up with you a little bit. Just a quick chat to see if there's anything else I can pick up for you. All right, Deborah?
Thank you, Lisa. That was very, very
Sure.
good. It was such helpful information for me. I really appreciate that.
Good. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Deborah. I really appreciate your call. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Sure. Bye-bye. So I just want to wrap up, and I want to say thank you so much for being here today. I hope that everyone was able to take away some of the suggestions I gave to Deborah as well, because everyone has this ability to manipulate, move, and direct their energy the way they want. I also hope that you found something of value today, connecting with your inner guidance and getting your inner guidance groove on. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at Pure Love Energy on Facebook. Stop by, like my Facebook page, say hello. I will be posting some really valuable information on Facebook about today's show, and I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.